We've got ignition. 2, 1. We've got RIP Takeoff and RIP Big Glow. Blood Money. We do have some inside information. Revealed my source. But it's someone extremely close to this brother. Condolences to his family. Yeah, we'll drop that later. If y'all stand by, we got some house cleaning to do. So if you can go ahead and share this link, repost it, we definitely appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. All right, Karen, you can do your business. The life and death of rapper Blood Money. Patsys and Powerbrokers. I ain't got no volume on that. Maybe it's just me. The views expressed in today's podcast are those of the host and guests and not necessarily reflective of TATN or any of its affiliates. And we'll take this time to big up the sponsors. All right. Midwest Festivals. And yeah, Winnie and a Butt. Those are the sponsors. Sponsorship packages are available. Whenever you're ready, Karen. We're just biding time. We're biding time. We're biding time.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
We are, as they say, tangled in our anchor chain. Our financial systems are decades old. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
What the?
O block right here. I should call this shit no block. It's 10 o'clock. Where the fuck y'all niggas at? This what y'all wanted me in Chicago? O block right here. I should call this shit no block. It's 10 o'clock. Where the fuck y'all niggas at? Niggas ain't outside. It's only 10 p.m. Where the fuck y'all niggas at, blood?
O block right now. Where we at? Tell you something, man. This Nino Brown, man. I'm live on O block right now. Where we at? This O block. I'm from Miami. I just want to tell niggas, man, we gotta stop killing each other, man. Yeah, this shit ain't about nothing. All that killing shit, we gotta work together, man. Stop killing each other, my nigga. I had to come over here and tell niggas that shit, my nigga.
I'm right here. See what I'm at. I'm out here. Black Star Line cigars. For grown men. On some grown man stuff. And to the PDs, stop doing that killing. Please, stop doing that killing.
Stop the violence.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant. They're ignorant. That's ignorant. They're ignorant. That's ignorant.
Self, brother.
I'm wiping it though. I'm gonna wipe it.
That's
I'm gonna
what's
wipe
up.
it. I'm gonna
That's
say,
what's
hey,
Tori's oldest brother. Between us, Tori made me at Beta, and so he just wanted to say a few words before we let you go here.
okay, yeah.
Brother Thomas, thank you so much for gracing us with your appearance, man. Grateful. You expanded our nation beyond belief. It's just a wonderful thing. And we would like to present you with the Self Luv Show first annual Ernest Lee Thomas Achievement Award.
Oh man,
It's
oh, my
apropos
God.
that you are
Man,
the
don't
first
do that to
recipient.
me.
And Noop, we call it the Raj.
We're gonna call it the Rise.
Oh, I love it. Oh man.
Yeah, so we
my
have it on
God.
order. So it's gonna come here. We're gonna show it to the show, and then myself or Tasia deliver it to you or ship it to you from there.
Thank you, brother.
Nigga, you some.
And even in this instance, if I could be a service to a 9-year-old girl or a 19-year-old woman or girl who wants to be a woman, is to really remember that self-love is the best way that you can receive love from anybody else, because it's coming from you. A lot of times we forget that. We look externally for this love. We look externally for this feeling of validation and adoration and approval, and it has to come from within.
Free all the guys. Personal.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
True. Self Love Show starts 15 seconds. Stand by, Karen. That's cool. We in the building, y'all. We in the building. Let's bring that beat on.
The Self Love Show, giving you more than vitamins and minerals. Food for your soul, information and plans integral to making your mind grow. With more growth and development, BS is irrelevant to the intelligent. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what we represent.
It's the Self Love Show. The Self
Love Show. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. We do it for our people. The Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show. To expose they don't equal. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. We wordsmith 9 meals. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. You know how the story go. It's the Self Love Show.
That's exactly what it is. Welcome to the Self Love Show on This Ain't That Network. As we say, TATN. It's a space where we explore captivating topics to expand our community's mind and ignite our curiosities. This is one of the co-hosts, and I am Millie. All praise due to the ancestors, the Most High, and my late beloved Mama Sky. Okay. Welcome to another episode of the Self Luv Show. Today we're delving into the life and tragic death of Chicago rapper R.I.P. Blood Money, and condolences to his family. Known for his raw talent and deep connection to the Chi, Blood Money, whose real name is Mario Hess, rose to prominence in the Chi drill music scene. His music reflected the harsh realities of life in my hometown, earning him respect and admiration from fans and peers alike. In today's episode, we're going to explore his journey from the street to the spotlight. We're examining his impact on the music industry and his influence on the next generation of artists. We'll discuss the challenges the late father of five faced, the triumphs he celebrated, and the profound loss felt by his untimely passing. Blood Money's story is a powerful reminder of the struggle and the resilience of many artists who use their platform to voice our truths. We'll also touch on some broader themes, power dynamics, and influence in today's music industry, specifically the Chicago drill music scene. As part of this ongoing series, 187 Bars, Patsys and Powerbrokers, we're going to keep it moving. We're going to analyze this man's legacy, and we aim to shed light on the complexities of fame, success, and often the perilous journey these artists endure. Once again, condolences to his loved ones. I got some first-hand information, second-hand information from someone extremely close to this late brother. And we're going to share some of that with you today. Had it since maybe a week after he transitioned. Held on to it because the drill culture is provocative, and I was living like very close to it. So sit back and join us for a heartfelt, thought-provoking episode dedicated to the memory of Mario Hess. So whip out your self-love vision and get your 10 hats. This is the Self Luv Show. This is the revolution. The revolution won't be on YouTube. These are lessons, not lectures. We're live and live in color. Today is Tuesday, October 29 at about 8:12 in the Windy City. As always, you cats can be anywhere in this beautiful universe, but thankfully we all chose to be here together. Here together. Bear down, Chi-Town. What down, brother Wordsmith? What you manifesting today?
Love, man. You know me. I'm manifesting love. What you manifesting?
Ditto, good brother. Pure, magnificent, unfettered, unfiltered. Some say harsh. Some have called it tough. You know what I mean? But it's self-love just the same, brother.
No doubt. No doubt.
Sir. Hey, what's been going on in your neck of the Chi since we last popped up?
I just want to thank everybody that sent positive energy to my brother. His procedure went excellent and all good. Man, today was 83 or 84 degrees today in Chicago.
Complaining?
I'm not complaining, but I know that they doing something with those machines that they operate, the weather machines.
You went out there to Oak Street Beach?
No. I worked and then I came on home.
Yeah.
Got ready for the Self Luv Show.
Yeah, you gotta take advantage of that beautiful lakefront. You know what I mean? Maybe, you got to be on LSD to get there. You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna talk about the water's polluted. But you can at least lay out on the beach, get some suntan oil, get you some rays. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
The hawk is coming. The hawk is coming. All right, y'all.
Did what I needed to do today and got me some sun in. So, but and no sunbathing, and
that's what's up. All right. But you melanated people, you should use some form of sunscreen. Try to find a naturally based one. Yeah.
Yeah, that light is harmful.
Yeah. UV rays. You know what I mean? UV rays. All right, but here we go. What to expect on our show. We started out with the quote of the day, and then we have our more growth and development video. That's our platform for a new world order. All right. That's order controlled by the people. All right. Also, tattoo tyranny. Don't think we have a tattoo tyranny video. We're going to be talking about the Diddler at some point. And then we've got pink crime. That's white on white crime. It doesn't happen, but whenever it rears its ugly head, we're here to, highlight it. So if you're looking for copper colored crime, you really won't see it here. We haven't touched on the Diddler too much. So we'll unpack that a little bit, give you our, opinions on that. And of course, the life and death of Chicago rapper, R.I.P. Blood Money, Patsys and Powerbrokers. This is a series, 187 bars. Okay. Please smash, like, share, subscribe, all that. And we wrap it up with my personal favorite part of the whole show. And that's where the co-host here, he's going to summarize everything, put in a little metaphysical bun, you know what I mean? And lay it out there for you. It's a work of art. All right. Any announcements there, fella?
Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it going worldwide. And just to let you know, putting together the next ancestor echoes. In the planning stage, baby. It's going down.
If you want to have a great time, get out there with nature. You know what I mean? Ancestral Echoes is the place to be. All right.
No doubt.
All right, y'all. So yeah, if there's any rappers, anybody in the drill culture, anyone related to this, we definitely, this is interactive. All right. Try to be as respectful as possible because y'all know how we get down in the shy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So enough of my yapping. Like, share, subscribe.
Yes, y'all. Don't stop. Self Love Show rocks on. 187 bars. The life and death of rapper Blood Money. That's what we're unpacking today. As always, we have an extremely important video, the Silverback More Growth and Development platform, which we're building the Self Love Nation off of. Before that, as always, we have the Self Love Show quote of the day. The way to make money is to buy when blood is running in the street.
That sounds like a drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, the way to make money is to buy when blood is running in the street. John D. Rockefeller.
Was he a record executive?
Yeah, he probably set up the whole record system the way it's rigged against everything.
Yeah.
Silverback More Growth and Development platform. Number 1, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back. Number 2, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. And 3, show an accurate depiction of African-American Chi-Town. 4, to shine a light on positive influences. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, to provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9, close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen.
We're closing the gap.
Number 10, protect our women, children, and men by any and all means necessary.
Facts, more facts, and absolute truth. All right, man. If y'all missed last week, we did how the public humiliation of influential U.S. black men is targeted. So-called black men is targeted. Yeah.
Man, that's all I can say is, man, I advise you to check it out. Check it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's something to talk about. Definitely something to talk about.
A lot of great information was spread to the Self Love Nation. So, man,
Thanks.
if you ain't see that, definitely check it out.
Hey, last week we ran a poll. Are U.S. black men still being targeted? And 100% of the respondents said yes.
I mean, it's
Targeted.
obvious. It's obvious.
Is it?
It
I'm
isn't?
saying you can't just say it's obvious. I mean,
it is obvious. I mean, shit. I mean, look at all of the results.
All right.
We're the most locked up.
Yeah, this
the
is
most killed.
This is a results-driven life. You're right, though. You're right. All the medical issues, stuff like that. Less likely to have healthcare out there.
Man.
You should be able to walk into any hospital in this country and tell them that you are a swarthy citizen and you're not wearing deodorant, and they should still service you. You know what I mean?
Doesn't mean any of that.
Well, I'm not suggesting that it does.
Man,
you know what I mean? You keep bringing that up.
No, you saying that numerous occasions, and then you match these together, saying it again. It's a match. I see you, buddy.
All right. Well, one thing, we got to get to today's poll. You guys, I'll try to drop it in there. I tried last week. Maybe they don't allow you. I don't know, but I realized it wasn't in there. But if you go to the community tab on the channel, there's a new poll, and we're getting data. All right. Choose one, self-love, and I'll hear your answer at the end. So you guys are to choose one. You can type it in the chat if you want to be super lazy. Kia/Hyundai sliding Pookie. That's option one. Again, that's Kia/Hyundai sliding Pookie. They're sliding for somewhere or the other. All right. Option two, oath-breaking member of so-called law enforcement, or Pac-Man, arrogant son of a bee. You know the one. Take that gun, that badge off us. You know the one. You're not going to do it. You're going to call back up, you big P. All right, and then we got Kamala Harris, the first Indian U.S. senator and vis-a-vis Indian U.S. vice president, who's very close to becoming the first Indian female president.
Indian, not American Indian.
Well, that's what it says under there.
Well, I got to make a distinction because she's not American Indian.
Oh, good point. Well, they said Indian is racist. That's why to use that for your indigenous.
That's a lie. That's the legal term. It is a misnomer, but it still is the legal term.
It's a whole big thing. That's why I got
Native Americans. That's some. Yeah,
I got my chief of line out with t-shirt buried down here. They're embarrassed to wear it. You know what I mean? I'm some sort of racist.
Well, you should be. No, that's our culture.
Yeah, all right.
That's our culture. You can wear that.
All right.
That's why they're getting rid of it. That's why it's the Commanders and not the Redskins. And it ain't the Cleveland Indians no more.
What are the Illini now? I mean, what's our mascot? It's a bird, ain't it?
No, still Illini, ain't it?
Yeah, but what's the mascot though? You gotta have a mascot.
It's the same. Chief Illini Wick.
No, Illini Wick got banned. You haven't seen that on anything. You don't see them doing the dance at halftime anymore. That's been banned, bro. They banned that. They did a whole big thing voting on their new moniker and everything, and I think it was some sort of bird. I think so. Probably the red bird. I don't know. But we got some. We got a video here. This one's pink crime, unpleasanton, killer Karen. Yeah, fair use. This is from Fox. Numerology on Fox is 666.
Knitting, playing Scrabble, baking cookies. That's what you might normally think for a woman enjoying her 70s.
My mom likes to online shop, but
Well,
what
that
about
too.
robbing a bank? That's what police say a 78-year-old woman is accused of doing on Wednesday in Pleasant Hill. Fox 4's Jacob Kittelstad joins us live outside that bank.
Yeah.
Jake, this is not even the first time she's been accused of this?
Yeah.
No, Lauren, 3 years ago, in fact, at the spry age of 75, police arrested the same woman after hitting a different bank in Lee's Summit. She was charged, convicted, but now, once again, her name is the focus for authorities.
See how it's a light story?
Mm-hmm.
The arrest happened only a few hundred yards from the bank, Gopert Financial. Speaking of dough, Justin Lewis knows a thing or two. He's the manager at Guido's Pizza Place. The scene was just outside.
Is this
of
a
the
commercial?
I saw two police cars pull up to the bank. I was driving into work, and they
I
had
don't need to see him making dough.
This is their witness.
I was like, "What the heck?" This old lady.
Oh, I don't need to see making dough.
A tense situation, but when the hands of an elderly woman come out of the car,
Small town.
and that is who's driving this
Skinhead, potentially.
It's a little shocking.
Pleasant Hill Police Chief Thomas Wright says they're planning to look at the circumstances, seeing if Bonnie Betsy Gooch, 78 years old,
The Gooch.
However, court documents show that in 2020, a 75-year-old Bonnie Betsy Gooch hit this Bank of the West in Lee's Summit. Her son called authorities and stated that his mother was off her rocker. House, angry, saying she was going to rob a bank. Police tell Fox 4 she used a similar strategy to Wednesday's bank robbery.
Well, she's very wily. She did have an N95 type mask on, sunglasses, and plastic gloves.
What kind of dog is Sophie?
She's a little pug.
It just so happens Maggie Cornish stopped by the scene of the arrest. She's 89 years old, but can't relate to a life of senior crime.
Well, maybe she was desperate. You know, sometimes
Yeah.
don't have enough money.
She doesn't seem to be very good at it.
No.
She old as hell. Shit.
Sound believable. My first reaction was like, of course, in Pleasant Hill.
This is a commercial.
I have the energy to do it myself. You can't
It's
run
a-
very
Now I
fast.
gotta see them put.
It's a robbery, a felony, and they make it so light of it. It's just
Yeah.
like it's
I watched this guy make dough and put sauce on the dough.
and talk about robbing a bank.
Actually convicted of bank robbery in California in 1977.
Wow.
It's a career bank robbery. She's like, fuck this.
After that
Yeah, she's
They
not
ain't got
off
no
her,
goddamn money. The Social Security is bullshit.
yeah, she's not off her rocker then. She's a career, what do they call it? Offender. A
Yeah,
habitual
I mean,
offender.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, this is the fourth or fifth time she's been caught. Like,
Yeah.
what
You
kind of
t-
bullshit is
Yeah.
this? And what,
Yeah.
you know?
Are you telling me if my copper colored
They're like,
ass was 75 years old? Yeah.
Yeah, well, he robbed the bank 3 years earlier, attempted to.
And he did it back in the 90s.
Back in the 80s, he
Yeah. You know,
some
That's
crazy shit.
pink crime. It doesn't happen. Unusual suspects is what we should call that. All right. All right. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. We're gonna get the topic, the life and death of the late Chicago rapper Blood Money. Okay, Patsys and Powerbrokers. Oh yeah, we're not talking about the Diddler. My fault. We're talking about Smirky. Talking about Smirky. I thought we were talking about the Diddler today. All right, Karen, we got a video. Free Smirk. Now.
A very popular Chicago rapper is arrested in a murder for hire plot. Englewood native Lil Durk has won a Grammy Award. He just had a concert at the United Center 5 days ago, and last week he was given a key to the city in 2 different suburbs.
That's right. He's a Muslim.
He was in a Florida courtroom facing a federal judge. NBC5's Courtney Sisk has been working the story all day and has new details about the charges he faces.
Banks was arrested in Miami last night, just 1 hour before the FBI learned he was going to board a private plane to Italy. It came the same day 5 of his hip-hop rap group members were arrested and indicted in Los Angeles for a murder for hire
Just because he
scheme.
was going to Italy doesn't know he
Dirk Banks, more
mean he
commonly
knew he
known
was
as
going to get arrested.
Dirk of Chicago, was held this morning in a Broward County jail
No,
in
they
Florida,
they got a
charged
lot
with murder for
more
hire. 5 members
BS
of
they
his
putting out there that
Chicago-based
he
hip-hop
had
group,
Well,
only
four
pause it.
different
Pause it.
flights.
members are
Yeah, but they do the same thing.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They
I
did that
don't.
with Diddy too. He was flying around on his private jet. Well, I'm always flying around on my
Well,
private jet.
no, he had like they said he had like 4 commercial flights
Yeah.
that he
Okay.
paid for or whatever, and then he was getting on there. It's
All
still
right,
bullshit.
did somebody call me from the place and say, "Hey, don't fly anywhere. We're about to arrest you next week." You know what I mean? Like I'm a rock star. I fly places.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. And if he thought it was coming, it wasn't like he was necessarily fleeing. Maybe he wanted to just take a vacation, get his mind right. But the suggestion that, this guy, did they catch him with his passports? You know what I'm saying? Did they catch him with whole, they always got cash.
Yeah, but he definitely has passports because all of the flights and stuff.
Well, you got to
was
go to Italy.
out of the country.
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
but those
4 different
countries
flights.
they say he was going to will send him right back to America. So
Yeah, that's what that didn't make any sense
this
at all.
suggestion is how they criminalize us through the media. All right, Karen, you can run it.
It's suspected that Rondo was involved in the 2020 slaying of rival rapper King Von, who is part of the OTF group with Banks. A now unsealed criminal complaint in California described the OTF group as a hybrid organization that blurred the lines between a music group and a gang and alleges Banks ordered and paid for the murder of Rondo. According to the indictment, the hitman with OTF
What about the
stalked
big
Rondo
ones?
and started shooting at him at an LA gas station.
Interscope.
He survived, but his cousin died. The FBI officer's affidavit says law enforcement executed multiple search warrants at locations associated with OTF members around the Chicago area Thursday, and that's when the FBI learned Banks was booked on several international flights. One was a one-way from Miami to Dubai, the other from Fort Lauderdale to Switzerland. He didn't board either and was arrested an hour
Switzerland might not send him back.
private plane to Italy. The
Yeah.
follow-up continues back home at Chicago. Just last week, Mayor Andre Harvey of Bellwood posted several pictures with Banks after partnering with his foundation, Neighborhood Heroes, and giving him a key to the village.
That's a good look for the mayor, ain't it?
Did the same, and today withdrew the key and ended the village partnership.
He
with
came
Banks.
right on.
We're also learning Banks donated $150,000 to Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson after he took office. Banks is also being asked by the mother of the slain fellow Chicago rapper FBG Duck, who claims Banks and his record label profited off of his 2020 shooting death outside the Dolce & Gabbana clothing store in the Gold Coast neighborhood.
Our thanks to Courtney.
How did Banks record label profit off of that? They don't have their shit together.
They
never.
That was horrible.
Yeah, that's horrible. I think they're using Chat GTP to they're using AI to put these stories together now.
And that you might, well, I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of grammatical errors in the written.
Yes, me too.
Oh my God, like blatant, like
me too.
Huh?
Like what? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nobody caught that? Before y'all put that out? Oh, okay.
So yeah. So what's your overall thing on Smirk? So now you were going into the evidence they're alleging against him. Allegedly, there's a rat.
Oh, that wore a wire.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's more than just telling. He wore wired. So that's
allegedly, and also they were trying to say that they were using a company credit card and all that. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. A record label is going to send people to LA all the time, and they're going to be using it. I have no control over what these guys are doing on a whim. That would be my thing. It just depends on what he allegedly said on the alleged wire.
And the phone and the messages.
I don't think he's that dumb.
If they paid for this shit with a company card, if that happened and they did this, then he is that dumb. If that happened, that's a big if, because they, they put
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
evidence down. I'm just saying,
It
if
could have, which is telling me that maybe there was an overarching. The best theory the government could probably come up with is that there was an umbrella of a hit, right? Slav or Vine or whatever. There's an umbrella. There was an open hit. These guys just happen to be out there. We fly some of our young bucks from our company out. They out there on business. They got the company credit card already. They're out there doing something else, whatever it might be, right? Video shoot, whatever. And then somebody tells them, hey, man, we dropped the location on dude, man. How much y'all will give me if I give you this dude location? You know what I mean? And then they dropped everything they're doing as opposed to going and stealing a Hyundai and a Kia, which they should all know how to do. They were already in the car and it was a spur of the moment and they just drove over and put the work in. I mean, that's the only thing I can't believe that Dirk's people, as long as they've been allegedly involved in the street, would be that stupid.
Well, that's the thing. I hear that Dirk really wasn't a participant in the street.
But he's got to have. I don't. But man, I don't know. We've been talking about this self snitching and all this and that. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do it, shut up and do it. You know what I mean? Like going on the internet. I don't know, man. But he's innocent too. He's
I
pretty
don't know.
guilty.
That's where I feel too.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem logical that someone is this stupid.
Someone
That's what I
famous.
don't like. That's what I don't like about
Right.
it. It's just you got to be stupid to.
Especially after beating the murder rap down there in Georgia, where you guys look like you were on camera in the shootout. It wasn't a murder. Dude didn't die. But remember, it was still like a long time they were facing.
Well, he blamed Vaughn and got off.
That's whatever. That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Vaughn was dead. He blamed Vaughn and got off.
Okay. What, you got a problem with that?
No, I'm just saying that's what happened.
Okay. Yeah. And then you got to turn your life around when you're facing that kind of time at his age, that kind of money. You know what I mean? Like you got to separate yourself. To your point earlier in the pregame, but like Chief Keef, like I'm not saying Sosa's not involved in anything, but I can guarantee you ain't nobody come to him with a wire. It would have to be somebody so close to him, well, we'll get there. It would have to be somebody so close to him that you wouldn't even. So you guys would be.
This person allegedly the wire was close to him.
I mean, really close though, because when you get to that level,
no, he wasn't really close.
That's what I'm saying.
Been locked away or something.
Yeah, and see the mob, bro. They patting you down for wires, ain't they? This is just a part of a routine. They patting your ass down.
I mean, if you're not a made person, even if you are a made person in certain situations, but if you're not a made person, you're not even gonna be there for the
And that's what I'm saying. So either a made person was wired in this scenario of OTF, right? It would be a made person, or they're incredibly dumb, or careless, or that would have to be it. That would have to be it, bro.
Yeah.
Free smirk.
Hope it's not. None of that.
Yeah. You just said you heard he wasn't about that street life, and you need more guys like you on the jury. You know what I mean? Because that's what he needs. And you know what I mean? Free him. Free the man. You keep trying to arrest him. So yeah. All right. Gotta move on. Okay, we got our dome teaser, fella. We got our riddle. Here we go. I'll drop it in the chat. I rise from hardship and express my strife. My voice echoes the stories of my life. Who am I? I rise from hardship and express my strife. My voice echoes the story of my life. Who am I? All right, y'all. enough of the appetizers out there. Did you get a thumbs up?
No.
Okay.
I'm putting something, but I don't. I'm just putting something that came to my mind. I don't know if that's correct.
It's
I
actually
didn't
right.
even think about it. Okay. I didn't even think about it. It just
Yeah. It's actually correct.
Okay.
We'll give you guys the answer at the end of the show. But feel free to take your guess. I'm going to pin it in the chat. And enough of the appetizers out there, fella.
Let's quench the self-love nation's thirst.
All right. We do this show. It was born out of watching George Floyd get kneed out there. So RIP George Floyd, condolences to his family. But today's topic is the life and death of late Chicago rapper Blood Money. Also, his real name is Renardo Hess. I went to high school with a Renardo Hess. Happens to be their first manager. He was the first person to manage them when they were budding children and wanting to be rappers. Patsys and Powerbrokers. I think this is volume 15 in our 187 bar series. So you guys, we're about to jump on it. Now, did I know who Blood Money was? And I'll just say, before he was dead or transitioned, I never heard of him, didn't know who he was, right? I was living in Chicago, Southeast side, and happened to watch the news on my way out. I was on my way out. You know, the Chosen Few House Fest was going on. I was on my way out on the day he was murdered. And I was in that. So this is the news. So he was murdered the night before, right? The next day I'm watching the news. It's a Saturday, I believe. I'm like, oh man. And they were like, he just got signed to a record deal. I'm like, damn. And he got killed. So it stuck out in my head. And then they said his name. So since I went to high school with a person of the same name, I'm like, damn. Hadn't seen this person from high school since high school. Hadn't really thought about him. You know, he wasn't one of the guys, you know, school guy, just wasn't one of the guys. He, wasn't one of the athletes. So long story short, I leave the house, and lo and behold, I stop at a red light, and there's Renardo Hess. Not Blood Money, but it would be his uncle. Crazy. And we had a conversation. And the conversation we had will not be revealed today, but someone he referred me to. We will unpack some of that. First time ever. All right. RIP Blood Money.
What's Blood Money's name? I thought you said Mario.
Was it Mario Hess?
I think you said that in the opening.
Maybe his middle name? You're right. It is Mario Hess.
So it must be the Hess part that you.
That makes more sense.
Ronaldo and Mario. That sounds as close, as really close.
And I think Renardo. I don't know. I have to talk to him. I don't know. Mario might have been something they called him. I don't know. I don't know. Google that. See what his real name was. All right, let's jump on it.
Blood Money's real name.
Yeah. Slow game.
Mario Hess.
Renardo Hess. What was his name? I think Renardo might have been. I don't know. I don't know why Mario jumped out at me, but Renardo
that O at the end. That Renardo, Mario,
and Hess. Yeah,
it's very close.
Yeah, it made me think. I don't know, but I can tell you this: Renardo Hess was their first manager.
Right.
That's his uncle. That's his
No
sister's
doubt.
son. Yeah.
Right.
And like I said, he wasn't one of the guys, but we,
Right.
we graduated together, school together 4 years. So, knew the guy, chopped it
Right.
up with him.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and kick it off. And if anybody knows the riddle, type it in there. You won't be penalized for wrong answers. All right. Who were the members of Glow Gang, also known as GBE? And what is GBE?
I don't
know. Glory Boys Entertainment. And it was founded by
definitely.
Sosa, Chief
Keef. Yeah, I know it was founded by Chief Keef.
Yeah.
Brain for it.
Yeah, GBE. And it was over there, I think, around O Block, right? Well, yeah, when he started rapping.
Yeah.
So the founder and most prominent member of Glow Gang is Sosa, aka Chief Keef. Then there's is it Tado, a close associate of Chief Keef. I'll be seeing him because they live in LA now.
Okay.
Not Porter Ranch. I can't think of the place where they be. Ball Out, another longtime member and collaborator. Lil Flash, Tarantino, Jugs Low, Main. Former members, Fredo Santana. That's another one of Chief's cousins. They had a talented family, or hustling, grinding family, didn't they?
Yeah. His
Blood
father,
Money.
something else. Chief Keef's father.
Blood Money, also known as Big Glow. He was Chief Keef's cousin. Capo. He was a member. He was killed in 15. And Trey Savage. I know Tay Savage. I never heard of Trey Savage. Another member who passed away in 2020. So RIP to all of them and condolences to their family. What hood was he from? Like, what part of Chicago did Mario Hess grow up in?
Oh, Lil Reese was part of that too. He's still living.
Was he part of Glow Gang?
Yeah.
Is he still part of it?
No, he's a former member. When Sosa left, he got out of there.
Did he?
Yeah, he was Inglewood is where Blood Money was born, where he was at.
Oh, so when Sosa left, he didn't go with Sosa. He stayed with Dirk and him.
He wasn't with them either. He was still with the whatever.
Yeah, but he used to be on O Block making music with him and stuff.
He's on O Block. That's where that's where Chief Keef, was.
Yeah.
And Dirk and all them. So he stayed at O Block. He didn't. We had some videos on stuff he done. He was just still out there doing wild shit.
Oh, Lil Reese?
Yeah. Remember he was in on the video, somebody trying to steal a car in a parking garage, and they called him and fucked him up. Did they shoot him?
Yeah, no, that's not what happened. He was somebody pulled in the parking garage, started shooting at him, and then caught him and beat his ass.
But he was the antagonist.
Who was?
He wasn't a victim. Lil Reese.
Yeah.
He got a case behind that.
Yeah, because I think they said some point before that, they carjacked that dude or something, and that dude had a locator on his car.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that dude was either a cop, which is why he didn't get a case. Because we don't live in a world where somebody steals your property and you track them down to the other side of the city and you start shooting at him and multiple people, unless they were shooting at you at some point. It depends on how, but we still don't really live in that world. I don't know the time frame. I don't know enough, but not a world I want to live in. Call your insurance company. All right. That's the world I want to live in. And tell them somebody stole your car. You know what I mean? If you don't want to pay the deductible, then pay a higher premium. All right. But what set did he play? And we're not talking about GBE and Glow Gang and all that. You know what I'm talking about. Was he a BD? Was he a GD? Was he a Stone? Hey, I come to find out all them Bloodhound dudes are supposed to be Stones or some sort of something. Lil Jeff and all them dudes, bro. Rest his soul. Maybe not him, but yeah, you know, a lot of them from over there by you.
Well, I know G Herbo.
Yeah, but it's a lot
I
of them
know
other
that. I know him. I don't even know those other guys.
Yeah.
I don't even know the other guy. This should
But
say young
he was a GD.
He was a
Glow.
GD?
Yeah. Well, per my source.
Okay.
He was a
Because ain't the
GD.
rest of them BDs?
Yeah, that's what made him so gangster. Because he didn't flip his set. And he always led around other sets. And he held his own and stayed what he was. Kind of like Emerge. Just because somebody hanging around with you and you live in that neighborhood doesn't mean that, you know. Yeah. Yeah. So all of this could have something to do with, you know.
Yeah.
It could have easily been backdoored. But we mentioned it. Who was a significant influence on his decision to pursue music?
That I'm not sure of.
That would be Chief Keef, his cousin.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Chief Keef was already rapping. And
I think they all would. But he got on.
Yeah, but Chief was rapping before him.
Okay.
And told him he should start rapping. Even though dude's older. I'll get into more of some information I was given a little later, but
right.
Yeah, because dude was so Chief Keef was the brains, he was the brawn, you know. He was the muscle. You know, he's older, he was out there in the streets, you know. Chief was a little younger, hadn't really hopped off the porch yet, rapping, you know what I'm saying? And dude wasn't doing it. He was in the street, you know, allegedly. So as he came up during his childhood, he faced, you know, a lot of challenges and in and out. And this is through his words when he went on Vlad TV. Yeah. Man, he was talking about, I caught a case when I was 11. I'm like, that don't even sound right. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I was fighting. No, he said I was fighting a case when I was 11. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, case? They should just throw that out. And he said he got 46 days. That became like 300 something, you know. No, it became 46 months or something. He said, yeah, man, they did him dirty in the juvie. They created him. The system.
It definitely didn't help him. I'm sure of that.
Now, according to my source, there's some serious drug usage by the parents going on. And Blood Money and Chief Keef, when they was kids, you know, they literally wouldn't, you know, had nothing to eat. You know, they was being raised by like older cousin. And they was on their own. You know, somebody go on a bender and be gone. You know, we like to think, oh yeah, everybody, they're gonna leave enough food to hold you over and, you know, microwave this and that, and I'll be back, you know, in 10 hours. No. You'll be back when the bender's over. And these are like young children, like in Theta. it's the harsh reality of what happens a lot as people judge these people and why they get out there and man, a lot of them do what they do. But yeah, sometimes they would have to, they would be asking neighbors for food, it was that type of situation. So when you get your back against the wall, with that kind of hunger pain and you don't know where your next meal's coming from, what you gonna do? Like, and you that age,
Shit, you gonna make a way.
You gotta do something. You gotta do something.
Somebody show you something, show you a way.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah. You're going. You're going. You're gonna find a mentor. Whether that mentor is another rapper, whether that mentor is a gangster, whether it's the chief on the block. The chief is eating herself. You pull up, you pull up to Harold's Chicken, and the chief ordered $75 worth of chicken, and you in there starving. Ordered you an order of fries. You and your brother and and your sister got to split it. Yeah, that's what it be. That's what it be. All right. So I'm just saying, this brother, and we don't want to talk about what could be going on in these juvenile detention centers. Why these children are coming out so damn violent.
Yeah. Assuming it's more than happens in prison.
Correct.
It's
Not just
older people
yes.
And children.
Yeah, because you'll have a 17-year-old in there with an 11-year-old.
Right. That is a extreme difference, which can lead to major bullying and far worse than bullying being,
Yeah, I mean, I graduated high school at 17.
Yeah.
And a typical 11-year-old is in what grade? Fifth?
Fifth or sixth.
You know what I mean? So yeah, then they're gonna have to use something to protect themselves, and then you tack on more time, call them a monster. But how do you feel that, like, because you're an artist, how do you feel, that his early life experiences, we just kind of discussed, how you feel like that may have shaped his music?
It I'm sure it did. Being put in that situation can make you a savage. Can make you lose empathy for humanity. And look out for me and mine first approach to existence.
Yeah, and I think that's what made his music so authentic and raw. Another thing my source said is that he was like that. Every time he'd get out, whether it was county or juvie, first thing he wanted, it wasn't no female. First thing he wanted to get him a pistol. This person said that he always lived on a different set. Like, for some reason, wherever they moved, it was always on the rival set. And, and she said he was just like that. And I know guys like that. They are what they are, no matter where they at, and they're going to stand on it. And she said he was like that now. Which I could see that. And that would probably put, Chief Keef in a position where, he could be a kid pretty much. He had that level of protection. They knew it was big cousin.
Whew.
You say what?
I said his dad.
Yeah, but I wonder why they were struggling like that. His dad must have got popped, and then the kids had to move out or something. Like, so his dad was in his life or what? Because that goes against.
I don't
What my
know
source
that
is saying.
he was in their life, but he was that dude.
Oh, he was a doughboy, allegedly.
Yeah,
So why would they be starving? Kids.
I guess he didn't take care of him, but his father was a
Good point. That was a good point. Or maybe he was locked up. You know,
yeah,
you gotta look at the timing of it all.
yeah. I don't know. I just know the reputation.
Okay.
Chief
Okay.
Keef's father. Yeah,
Yeah, so he'd be about our age. Yeah, you guys, I mean, look up his name. Look up his name. Was he a BD? Maybe not.
I
Let's
don't
see.
know.
And then you can dig into that because we're about to go to a quick. And y'all know what that means. Where's Brother Words, man?
The Self Love Show.
Yeah, I mean, you can look it up on break. That's what I'm saying. Come back.
Food for your soul. Information and plans integral to making your mind grow.
Yes, yes, y'all.
It's the Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show.
That skipped.
Yeah, my bad.
Yes, yes, y'all. And don't stop. Self Love Show rocks on. We got some great videos to entertain you for a few minutes, and we'll be right on back to continue the education.
It's the Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. We do it for our people. The Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show. It's the Self.
We are not responsible for the mental illness that has been inflicted upon our people by the American government and those people who are in positions of power. I don't give a damn if they burn down Target. You are paying instigators to be among our people out there throwing rocks, breaking windows, and burning down buildings. And there's an easy way to stop it. Arrest the cops. Charge the cops. Do what you say this country is supposed to be about, the land of the free for all. It has not been free for black people, and we are tired. Don't talk to us about looting. Y'all are the looters. America has looted black people. America looted the Native Americans when they first came here. So looting is what you do. We learned it from you. We learned violence from you. The violence was what we learned from you. So if you want us to do better, then damn it, you do better.
If we were educated, we would know that Kamala Harris is part of the Boule. We would know that those organizations have been in existence for hundreds of years. And if they are planning 500 years in advance, how can you compete if you don't educate yourself? Barack Obama, Trump, and Biden, none of them did anything for any of us. And Kamala Harris is gonna follow that same trend. She might smile in your face, she might have caramel skin, she might pour hot sauce on her food.
You have no idea, this is how my mother kept all of her stuff.
At the end of the day, she's not gonna do anything for us. And when we realize that none of them are gonna do anything for us, and we gotta start our own, we'll be better off. The first government is a husband and wife and a family, and then the extended family. And if that husband and that wife is not financially planning for the future, they're gonna suffer.
Moses fleeing the people from Pharaoh.
Right, let my people go.
40 years in a desert.
Manna.
Let's talk about what manna truly is. And
Agonoski's in the Middle East right now saying manna is Peter.
can we put some sensibility to that? Being in the desert, and our Father, the Creator, loves us beyond. And he's gonna rain down bread in a desert. Moses summoned the strongest men for them to dig And that's where the whole term of so it is above, so it is what?
Below.
That means that Moses had the science for them to dig and find water.
Yeah, like the elephants can do.
So what do you find, even in the desert, when you dig down and find water? Do you find bread or do you find plants?
I'm good, man. Expansion is our main goal, and that's where we at. Actually, I could talk about like the concept of our expansion of self. The concept of self is that, you know, we're all part of each other, you know what I mean, and we're all cells of the great creator, as we are made up of all the cells that we are. All of us are cells of that, and we are here to expand. We fake separateness to gain a greater scope of knowledge and be able to expand and grow. And you've been a great help with this conversation.
And that's why the main premises of doing things like this is to add on to the foundation that y'all already got going. We just adding on right now. We building and adding on, you know what I'm saying? And all we doing is advancing intelligence right now, you know what I'm saying? That's all. Each one teach one. What I'm saying probably never been heard. What you saying probably never been heard. And whoever never heard it and listening right now, they getting gems right now.
And if they not from Shy and they,
you know what I'm saying? And so all we doing is expanding intelligence.
Facts. You getting some gems, man. If you ain't from the Mecca, we from the Mecca, man. And we're not saying we're better or worse than anybody, but everybody's processing information, and these are gems. These are gems, and some folks won't even come to the Shy out of fear. Yeah, well, you're able to just sit on the internet and, you know, hear what a silverback has to say. So
I travel around and I get hit with Chicago is a violent town, and the violence is perpetrated by the black race. I think the media amplifies violence in Chicago and makes it seem like people can't walk out their homes without being shot, you know, stabbed or killed. The majority of black people are law-abiding, sensible, nonviolent people. So all this crap about this violence in the black community that is overtaking everything in our city is just a bunch of bull. Because most of the people that I know are law-abiding citizens, and they are not into that stuff. You have a faction, but it is definitely not the majority of the black race.
in that faction, their beef is usually contained amongst themselves. Next week, 9/3/24, off-brand presidential candidates. We only got two candidates. It's only two. Somebody asked me, well, you know, what are the other ones?
Allegedly, that's ignorant.
All right, so we're gonna go down this rabbit hole, you know what I mean, and we're gonna, you know, handpick some of these candidates, the ones the media is not talking about. I posted what my list of demands are from this so-called government. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show people how, in my opinion, they should make these decisions when they're going to throw their vote away. Because if you're voting for one of these souls, guess what? You could be throwing your vote away.
If you decide between lesser evils, then you probably are.
Man, I thank you guys for inviting me on. Thank you. Great format, very solid. You know, it don't have that low budget movie feel. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot in the black community, for real. Like people look at us to be fuck ups. They look at us to be low budget. They look at us to be ignorant, stuttering, and use a whole bunch of and all of that. But no, they got the real deal on here. That everybody know who Torian Mills is, baby. They know.
Hey, well, bro.
They're so ignorant.
Hey, but this platform's your platform. This platform's my platform. From Inglewood, California to
the
Chicago,
South Shore.
Illinois.
Crazy thing about it,
This platform is
It's
made
for you and me.
It's made for you.
The
You
crazy.
ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I was trying to get out the end of the preamble, but go ahead, bro.
Yes, yeah. Self Love Show rocks on.
It's the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. We do it for our people.
Yep.
It's the Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show. To expose they don't equal. The Self Love Show.
Welcome back. Those were some great videos, wasn't they? Awesome. As you know, or if you're just tuning in now, 187 bars, the life and death of rapper Blood Money. Talked about some of his early life, where he's from, and who he's associated with. And I think we're going to expand the conversation for the Self Love Nation right about now.
Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, man. Let's talk about the music. Because that's why we're here. Unfortunately, it seems if he's not an artist and you get slain on the south side or the west side or streets of Chicago, and no one ever talks about it. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
like many of them are artists, though.
Yeah. Yes. But if you're a drill artist, you talk about it all through your music, and then you get talked about if you become a victim of the culture, no, the victim of violence, I'll say. Yeah, so I want to talk about the music, man. One thing I'll say, and I said it earlier, man, the brother came off to me as earnest, honest in his bars, bro. Like never met him personally, but you slide on a liquor store and you come across a guy, it's a cool cat. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's good guys. And you got a violent ass current. You know what I mean? He's a good guy, you know what I mean? He's not gonna mess with you, you're not gonna mess with him. All right, but do you know what his first major release was?
Be truthful, I don't know his music. Did look it up. Drug Wars says that might be a posthumous release.
That was Glorilla be calling herself Big Glow now. Somebody should do something about that.
She might be man enough to keep it up.
I can't find a song.
Drug Wars in 2013.
Let's see. Blood Money. Drug Wars. Blood. Okay, that was the album. Okay. Did he not have a single entitled?
A mixtape. Okay.
Yeah, it's a mixtape. Yeah, those mixtapes don't be having a single that matches the title of the song.
Right.
Savage.
Savage. I'm a savage. That goes for the guys. Anybody can get the clap. Anybody.
Come on, man. You gonna tell me you can't? You know what I mean? Boy, I can't say I wouldn't have been listening to that when I was 17, 18 years old, sliding through the shop. Boy, I'm a savage, boy. Shit. Boy, you know what I'm saying? I can't say that. Same thing with social music. I was like, man, it's no different than listening to F the Police and all the other stuff we were listening to.
Well, it's a little different than F the Police.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's as shocking as our music was. Man,
Some of it. There was a balance, though. I guess they kind of still
It
is,
still
but not
is.
really. Not really. They don't present the balance.
Well, drill music doesn't present the balance,
I'm talking about
but
the
there's rappers that do present the balance.
yeah, but they're not pushed to the forefront.
I mean, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar,
Both of them somewhat. They still
but
uh
they got balance.
they've got balance. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and there's some of these songs. But I know what you're saying. They don't
Yeah,
get the same. Yeah,
right. Not the same push forward, and then everybody's.
but and the issue is like, did you hear that track? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it seemed like they wouldn't drop that track on a J. Cole, or Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe they wouldn't select the track. I don't know.
All right, those tracks are in and of themselves negative frequency. The vibration is not, it's lower.
Yeah.
I
I would
mean,
think.
which means it can reach more people. I mean, because more people are lower vibration than higher vibration.
Yeah, and it can reach their target audience too.
Yeah.
Younger people. What record label did he sign with in 2014?
Interscope, I believe.
Yeah, Interscope. Nobody's calling them a criminal organization.
All record labels are majors that have,
I'm talking about violence.
Oh, I'm talking about a criminal organization. That's what you said. I mean, yeah,
I'm talking about
violence.
violence too.
Yeah, but they definitely criminal organizations because a
And they definitely
360
commit
deal
violence.
is, yeah, that's
And they
definitely
definitely
violence.
commit violence. There's a history of it. The other artists have talked about it. You know what I mean? There's a
Yeah.
history of it.
I'm saying them
Of them having
360
goons.
deals.
Man, these record labels got goons. It used to be the mafia, and then it changed over. I don't see them as any differently than what they're trying to say, doing it with the smaller level labels, as far as the violence. And I say that for a reason, which I'll get into when we get to the conspiracy part. Part of what I got from my source, uh, some things that he was discussing with the source, and days leading up to the sources, days leading up to his transition. When he got changed. What challenges did Blood Money face while establishing his music career? You probably don't know because you didn't really know who he was, but it was the same thing most of them are going through.
They didn't have stuff. I mean, that's what it seemed like you said, because it said that Chief Keef's father was estranged from him since he was 1 year old.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Yeah.
that explains a whole lot.
There you go. Yeah, but as they're doing their music, there's still many of these guys. I'm not gonna say Blood Money for sure. We're gonna let him rest in peace. But they're still having like their shenanigans and run-ins with the
Still
law.
active.
Yeah, lack of a better term.
They're still active in the life.
And my source told me that although he had signed, we'll save that. We'll save that. So I'll just, to your point, he had to remain active.
Yeah, I mean, it's
a lot of us say things like, he signed that deal, got all that money.
Been over with. No, he didn't get a big deal.
He signed that deal because he signed a 6-album deal.
That's what they try to rape you into. Usually 7.
They said that Interscope flew him out, and he did Interscope flew him out, and he recorded his album in 48 hours. I mean, it was done, but he had to record it. He recorded his whole album in 48 hours. But I guess these songs be like 2-3 minutes or so.
Yeah.
It'd be short. They get shorter and shorter.
And algorithms and the computers and all this
can help enhance and get it out quick.
Oh man, I mean, shit.
But we're talking 2014 though. Some
Even,
guys just got that in
then,
the studio. They got that grind. Though.
Some do, but
Yeah.
still, the record industry people have this shit way before the consumer people get it.
Have what?
All of the tricks and things of such. So when the fucking software comes out, they get it, test it, tell them what they like or don't like. Well
I see what
before,
you're saying.
well before.
Oh yeah,
we get it.
because they got the money to buy all the updated stuff right away.
Right. So I'm saying 2013, it was already AI stuff. They were working on.
Yeah, potentially. All right. So yeah, he was with Interscope. What's the one that normally they sign with? Empire, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if Empire was involved in this some kind of way.
I don't know if they were really relevant then. That's a shell company, and allegedly, in my own mind, that it's alphabet gang related as far as the government.
So say you
not the sexuality alphabet.
Right. But say you're coming up with your cousin. Y'all come up like that, and he was like looking out for you, feeding you in the street, making it happen, letting you work on hoop. We'll say music. And then you blow up. So now what happened was, now this cousin was in jail. This is according to the source. While you're blowing up.
Right.
Right. Say if Saint was in jail.
Oh, right. So he didn't take care of him.
No. That didn't happen. No. He took care of him when he was in jail. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
that's like his brother.
It's somebody else that he didn't know.
But we ain't talking about that.
Right. I thought that was
it was Lil Durk, I think, who already had money and they was trying to get. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
Sosa. I'm talking about
his cousin,
Sosa.
who's his brother. Right, but that's another random person versus somebody you grew up with, living in the same house, sleeping in the same bed as a kid. Somebody who was, protecting you in the streets. This is what I'm talking about. So, what I'm saying is, according to the source, he got locked up as Sosa started. He was doing some time, just like Vaughn was doing some time as Vaughn started coming up. Big Glow was doing in the county, I guess, fighting the case. Sosa, catch that glow. And the source said that when he got out, say if you caught that glow, Saint, rest his soul, is in the county fighting a case, right? I'm next up. I'm next up. Ant feel like he next up after that. We still working in doing these things. And then your cousin get out. And this scenario wouldn't work for us, but then your cousin get out and you say, my cousin's next up. You know what I mean? Because all this shit we got, you know what I'm saying? Where do you think the money was coming from for the studio time and all of that, bro? So he was next up. So supposedly there was some friction inside the camp based upon that. Thus they split, you know what I mean? Start splitting up and all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe Lil Reese thought he was next up, I don't know that for sure. Maybe Lil Durk thought, he was next up. And I think it was the case that somebody was literally next up, but then case got thrown out. You know how that go. You ain't expecting somebody to be out for nothing, you know what I mean? And then I'm out, he got out. Yeah. Sorry, it's a red flag when that happens, but I don't know the details of the case at all, but that's allegedly what happened. So I was saying that because I was talking about some of the challenges that he had going on, during his music career, yeah. Yeah, so O Block was jealous, allegedly, when this man got out and Sosa, bumped him up to the top and, got him in there with Interscope and got him that studio time and all that. So, yeah. But I know what you were saying. I'm just saying, now the other story you're talking about, I'm not sure if it was Lil Durk.
It was something with Sosa, and it might not have been. It might
No,
not
it was
have been
somebody. It
him.
was an old black guy that was in jail, and
Sosa didn't do nothing.
They said Sosa didn't give him the bail money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, you saying it was Lil Durk that was in there? Okay,
I think
yeah,
it was.
yeah.
Lil Durk should
you're
have
right.
And Lil Durk should have had he should have had his own bail money. He had already. He wasn't rich like Sosa, but it was like $10,000, bro.
Right, he wasn't nothing though. He wasn't. We didn't even know Lil Durk. He had been putting some stuff out or whatever, but he wasn't no.
Yeah, Lil Durk kind of blew up the same time Chief Keef did. You didn't know Lil Durk. I mean, we didn't know him because we wasn't
after
Chief Keef.
Definitely after Chief Keef was gone from here is when
No. Dirk been going crazy since 2013. Some of his songs 2012, and then he fell off for a minute, found himself, and came back and started recording again. Him and Chief Keef were originally at the start of the drill. But my point is, I don't care. I don't look at it as I don't know the nature of their relationship. I'm sure this guy, I'm not looking at it like Sosa necessarily did something wrong by not bailing them out. If that was one of his guys, or if he didn't, 10,000 was nothing to Sosa. So why wouldn't he bail him out? So he had his reasons, which we may not be privy to. He had his reasons. Allegedly, due to that fact, Sosa was out of town. They broke into his house, and I think Vaughn and all them, the same guys, because he didn't bail him out, Muwap or whatever, all the old block guys broke into Sosa's house and took a whole lot of stuff, jewelry and stuff. It gets to the point where his reason could have been, I don't want to get tied into a federal conspiracy with you idiots. You know what I'm saying? His reason could have been, I'm moving away from all this shit. I don't know.
Shit.
Right. I don't know. Maybe they kept doing.
He was already gone.
Right. Right. Maybe he was trying to tell them, look, we need to pivot. And like when Vaughn Russell was doing an interview on Breakfast Club with that faggot. Oh, you can't say faggot anymore. What's his name? Charlemagne the Fraud. And Vaughn was kept talking about how he wanted to rob people in the elevator or some shit. Like, this motherfucker's diabolical. You're there to do a major interview here, and you just, yes, allegedly. All right. But he said it. All right. When and where was this brother changed? Where was he killed?
Inglewood, where he was from.
Yeah. West Inglewood. What's the date?
April 9th, 2014.
Yeah. West Inglewood in Chicago. So and they said he was back there because he had just got some money, I think, and he was just back there hanging out with his people. I think it was about 9 p.m. And you know what, bro? Between like 7:30 and 10 p.m. and people be getting shot up in Chicago, man.
Shit, all day.
Yeah,
man. You're like, God damn. Any time of day. You would think it would be more when it's dark, but it's probably almost even.
Yep, he had signed Blood Money is the cousin of rapper Chief Keef, a member of the Glow Gang. He had just gotten signed by Interscope 2 weeks before, according to what his manager and cousin Ronaldo Ruben Hess said. Now, maybe we didn't call him Mario. Said to ABC News, that's his cousin. Okay. Has told the press that another man was injured in the shooting. Police stated that a 33-year-old man who was also injured in the same shooting was taken to Stroger Hospital. That was another family member. He survived. That's about it. But I wanted to read something else. All right, this is from CBS News, y'all. Chicago rapper was shot and killed Wednesday night outside his home in West Inglewood, just weeks after signing a record deal. 30-year-old Mario Hess, who also went by Blood Money and Big Glow, was shot in the chest outside his family home on the 5600 block of South Elizabeth Street around 9:30 p.m. I mean, I hear you, so it seems like there's absolutely no reason to be standing around there. But you can't tell me if I signed a deal with Interscope that I wouldn't be standing out right there on, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell me, like, I don't, like, why would he feel? Well, I didn't have, like, everybody trying to kill me, potentially, but a cousin who was with him, Darnell Patton, was also shot. He's stable condition. Hess, father of 5, had recently returned from LA, and this is what I want to talk about, where he signed a record contract 2 weeks ago with Interscope. He's a cousin of Chicago rapper Chief Keef and was featured in one of his cousin's songs. He wasn't one of those types where he felt like he made it and he was too good for us. His neighbor Tarsha Glenn said, he was right here with us day before yesterday. That's how he got killed last night, because he's representing his hood. She didn't say she came out there and started shooting at the nigga. A relative says she believes Hess was shot out of jealousy. He made it. They was mad. He had a lot of people jealous of him. It's sad. He came from nothing to that. Look at him. He didn't deserve that at all. Neither one of them. Darnell neither. So that was an article as the story broke. So that's
Damn,
like,
so he moved away and just visited home and got killed.
That's what it sounded like. Or visiting the block. He probably hadn't moved out of town, but that's a good question.
You say he came from California. Or maybe he just
but
out there.
they said he came from out there signing a record deal.
Right.
Yeah, recording his record and everything. So I don't think here's the thing. They don't be having that money right away, man. I don't know what be going on, Self. But my source was saying that when he was in LA, Big Glow allegedly put that thumper to one of those record executives at Interscope. And when she told me that, I was like, when this person said that, I was like, damn. Like, an executive, because they hadn't paid him shit. And he won his money, he from the street, and you feel like, you know what I mean? And yeah. And supposedly he didn't got his money. But then when you look at the number of times he was shot up and all the shell casings and everything, I'm not saying Interscope had anything to do with it. I'm not going to say that. But I know if that happened, I know you can't be going around putting a gun to the head of a top executive Interscope without any of these major record labels. I'll put it to you that way. They got security. You can't go into McDowell Douglas and put your gun to that CEO's face, tell him you want your money, then walk out of there and then fly back to Chicago and stand out on the block. You can't. I know you guys think these are legitimate businesses, but they all got muscle. Was the murder ever solved? I looked that up, Self. I couldn't find anything addressing that whatsoever. Like, not even an article saying,
hey man, they less than 20% of the murders here get solved. It's
yeah, but
less than 20%.
this one was kind of a big thing.
Yeah, because he was just signed to a record label. He wasn't huge or It wasn't like Biggie or Tupac, which haven't been solved, by the way. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about? Say Cheese, the podcast solved that. Yeah, that guy, the Crip.
Yeah, whatever.
He's in jail right now.
Huh?
For which one? The one shot Pop is in jail.
You talking about
Yeah.
Keefy D?
Yeah. Say Cheese and Keefy D. Yeah, they got Keefy D on charges for that right now, and he's yapping about the diddler, allegedly.
Well, he yapped about that on when he had, he didn't know he had didn't have immunity everywhere.
With every crime. Yeah, did he offer me $1 million? Yeah.
But still,
maybe they were waiting for Dirk to pay the money because I think it's harder to prove what they're trying to prove until your little rat gets the money.
Right. That might be the problem with the Diddler's case with Keefy D, because he said he didn't get paid.
That's what he said. I never got paid. Right. And they can't track right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So his murder was never solved, though. Blood monies at all.
No,
now,
I'm sure.
Well, there were some theories, though.
I'm sure of that too, because they're gonna place a narrative in it, out there.
Well, the city went up after his death. Oh, it went up. There's spikes. Yeah, that area went up. I don't know. It could have been, the guy's off 63rd, but then again, he's a GD, but that don't mean if he's an enforcer for Chief Keef, who's a BD, he's enforcing, because that wasn't his set. And we're not going to say Gangster Disciples have been known that, folks fighting folks and stuff like that. At least that's what you know what I mean?
That's BD versus GD, is folks fighting folks. As far as I'm concerned.
All
of that. I was like, what? All the time? What do you mean? Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
I don't think they ever unified like the other side did. When your vice lords used to tend not to, beef with the Stones and stuff like that. I don't know if they ever did that. Throwing down. That'd be like you seeing vice lords throwing down the 5. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? That's what kills me when I see like BDs dropping the rakes. I'm like, man, I'm old as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm like, what? Really?
Like, wait a minute. I was about to go over there and shake that guy's hand. Like, wait, what? He's what? Oh, all right. He's an all right guy. All right. So no, his murder hasn't been solved. There's been alleged retaliation, like they slid for him. Chief Keef can finance a war. That's what the feds would have you think, of course. But supposedly there was some sliding that took place. It was alleged that KI did it. The female assassin.
Yeah.
It's alleged that King Von
alleged assassin.
Yeah. And it's alleged that King Von allegedly assassinated her after flirting with her on the internet for days. He beat her up on the train
for a long time. Shit, they text each other.
Yeah.
That was a trip. What?
If that was true, somebody need to do his movie, man, because that it would be interesting. His movie would be so interesting. Mind of a psychopath. But you wonder what happened to him. Let me tell you something. If you kids are listening, you little guys going in there and thinking you're going into juvie hall. Self Love just pointed that out. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're gonna be in and out. You're gonna be in and out. All right. You know what I mean? You might get out.
Somebody's gonna be days. In and out.
Yeah. You might be out in 60 days.
And out of your anal.
Yeah, it's a great potential for that. Then you're gonna come out. Get your gun. You know what I mean? And I understand, because I would have done the what? Man. Exact same thing. And come out with a gun and
might have never got out. I'd have killed that son of, and And then they just dress me forever in there.
Oh no, I got to get out so I can. You know what I mean? Hopefully he's gonna get out. Then yeah. All right, the life and death of Chicago rapper Blood Money. I wanted to just get into Tin Hat conspiracy. You know, I gave one big Interscope. You know, what would you had a guy who allegedly held you at gunpoint looking for his what do you call that, advance money that you've been holding out on him. You know, he's starving, you know, he's got obligations. Right, you know, that's why people, you should have a manager. You really should have a manager, people, especially if you're a drill rapper, you're out here in these streets. Have a manager.
He did have a manager. I think he went above that.
Yeah, he probably did. Probably had to the manager, get out of my way before I shoot you too. You know what I mean?
Like,
I don't know. I don't know if any of that's true. But what I'm saying is, so they would have motivation. They would have two bits of motivation. Hey, I want that son of SOB dead, you know, that black SOB, that N-word, whatever the case might be.
And we got a life insurance on him, so
yeah,
we'll get paid.
And he had recorded the album in 48 hours. So they were going to get paid off all the views and stuff like that.
The album came out?
That's a good question. Let's see. Oh, did I skip talking about his music?
We talked about his music. We didn't talked about his first release, which was 2014. Was that the album?
Yeah, was that it? He finessed that. Probably went in guaranteed having Chief Keef on one of the songs. Blood Cell, Coke, Savage. Pay attention. I don't know. I thought the album came out because I heard some later. Yeah, I thought. Let's see.
Seemed like it would pop right up.
Yeah, but they mentioned FYJB Maine. They mentioned him. I was watching some documentary. What was they were talking about? Oh, Vaughn. Yeah. They were saying Vaughn allegedly could have been the shooter. You know, he doesn't bail your boy out. You know what I mean? Probably told Vaughn, you know what I mean? You know, F you and that horse you came in on. You know, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how the shorty started coming up, man. You know, all right, get your little ass out of here. And then boom, you know.
They made dude out to be a demon. Wonder how much of it is real.
Yeah, if you're from the city, you can kind of tell who's like that.
Not all the way. And you can blame shit on people that's like that.
Yeah.
And that'll help these people here close some of this less than 20% cases.
Yeah. And then say it was him and he did it all and now he's dead.
Yeah.
So you don't believe Vaughn was like that? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying I don't believe everything that's subscribed to him. I think it's, you know, just a growing
myth
situation.
Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, from out his mouth,
yeah, he said he went crazy after T. Roy got killed.
Yeah,
when he was in jail.
Yeah, out of his mouth, you know,
you know what I mean?
that something happened, but you know what I mean. I don't.
Vaughn remind me of one of them guys that grew up over there, man. You know, them young guys.
Yeah.
I'd be inviting in. Look at him, he's charismatic. He can flow.
I'd be like, man, shit, what the fuck have you got this guy in my house for?
Yeah. Like he can flow, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't give a fuck. You don't need to be up in here. Shit.
Yeah.
Cause goddamn.
capitalized.
No, it turned out well though. It didn't turn out that way, but it was initially that was the yeah, no.
Yeah, it did turn out well. That's
It
what I'm
did.
saying. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I agree.
9 times out of 10, you know. I hear you though. No, I hear you because Vaughn was one of them scheming types. I know you're talking about. They sit around your crib and they scheming the whole damn time.
That wasn't a vibe of the people that we had in
No,
there.
no,
They, you know what I
no,
mean? So
no. And Vaughn wasn't like that, but a couple of them they say it was like that over there. You know, they're everywhere.
right. I mean, I'm just saying those people couldn't come in.
Yeah.
There were people that couldn't come in, regardless of how
But
you felt about them.
yeah.
But I'm like,
Well, they usually had you know, right. The life and death of Chicago. He's a good kid. You know what I mean? Means well. He said he wants to get a job tomorrow. The life and death
not
of
all of them.
Chicago. Said
Not
he's
all
not
of
in the gang anymore. You know what I mean? The life and death of
Oh no,
Chicago
he was
rapper
cool.
Blood Money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about him and Cozy who was in here recording, and
Yeah.
it was cool.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, still there were some that I was like, no.
Oh, I know you're talking
and
about.
it's somebody
Yes.
I feel devoid of a soul.
What's my
they
man
didn't-
name? I don't want to say his name. I know you're talking
I
about.
was like devoid of a soul. Like
Yeah.
these people are people.
Opposite of Jew is the name I'm thinking of.
A bot.
Yeah. Like them Arabs. You know what I'm saying? So that's the dude I'm thinking of. All right. The life and death of Chicago rapper Blood Money. He didn't say much. Those are the guys you gotta watch. They keep their hatred at full level so that whenever they gotta do what they gotta do, they have no remorse. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those guys. Yeah, he didn't come in. Yeah, I remember he used to pop up. Yeah, used to make them go outside and talk to him. Yeah, good kid. I didn't fuck with him though. You know what I mean? He didn't talk to me much. All right, here we go. Poll results, fella. Get to the poll results. I got to get to the bag. Yeah, but I get the sense that Vaughn was really like that. Now, like you said, all the stuff that they're saying he did, I mean, who knows? Could have been less, could have been more. But I get that sense from him. Rest his soul. All right.
Yeah, that's why I was like, from out of his mouth what he said and how he said it. So I feel that, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I think it's just really easy to just put once that you're gone.
Yeah, you're talking about put cases on him.
Yeah, especially the dirt case in Atlanta or whatever it was.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Choose one. Kia / Hyundai sliding Pookie, or oath breaking member of law enforcement / Pac-Man, or Kamala Harris, our first Indian U.S. Senator. All right. Those are your choices here, fella. Who you sliding with?
Pookie.
Yeah, I'm going with Ray Ray. Yeah. If those are my choices. Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, come on. Kamala can't be so bad. I mean, come on. Hey, can't out there. She's got your best interest in mind. Small businesses get $25,000. You know how many black men own these small businesses in your community? About 95% of the businesses in your community are owned by black men.
Business loan, the largest small business loan has been $25,000 since the 90s.
Right. And those businesses aren't owned by us.
I'm just saying, but the act like that's doing something special is asinine.
Especially when those businesses aren't even owned by us.
It's asinine, period. It's been 30, 40 years that it's been $25,000. You act like you expanded some shit or made some shit happen. That's different. And shit, it ain't updated for inflation as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Well,
It-
nobody's doing any fact checking. Yeah.
No, they do, and people that like the Democrats love what she says, whether she's lying or not. Just like the so-called Republicans love what Trump says, whether he's lying or not. And I meant the Democrats. I said Democrats. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm going to take a bath and then I'm going to get out and soak my greens in there because we have Halloween party and I want to clean my greens. Well, I mean, that's what she thinks of us. She thinks that you came home and you saw your mother or your big mama, in the same bathtub where you lay your ass.
Well, the whole thing is she changes everything for the environment she's in.
Yeah, well,
that's the whole thing, from accent to what she's
commentary,
talking about.
yeah.
I mean, it's
disingenuous at best. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to make a decision. So,
who?
As far as beef or chicken, everybody has to choose. You don't have any other choices.
That's a lie. I told you the choice I make. I mean, the electoral college is going to do their thing, whatever they do and however they figure anyway. So I'm voting for me. And that's my president of Tory Wordsmith.
So you're just throwing your vote away.
I'm in a state. It doesn't matter if I masturbate. It's not going to change my vote. It's not going to change my state's vote.
Doesn't matter.
There are 5 states that swing states is what they call them, and they might be Republican or Democrat. This is a whole fallacy. I can't believe.
I know, but go ahead.
Everybody
believes any of this shit.
Goes for this every week, every 4 years or whatever. But some people decide who's going to be the president before the election, and they got these 5 states, swing states, that decide, and everybody else is, I don't give a fuck what's happening. I swear I don't care what's happening. Every other state stays the same each election. Stupid this sounds.
Hey, they got some county, right?
Swing states.
They got some county in Iowa, I don't know. But it's like 99.999% white. If you're not white, you're the help. And they got all these old white men, bro, pink people. They showed them having a little tea party. It was on CNN and MSNBC. It was on all the majors. And because this little bitty town, it's like less than 500 people, whoever they voted for the past 100 years or some shit has become president. So those are the people deciding. Yeah, seriously. Whoever they voted for, they were showing up. I'm like, so why are we doing any of this? They know who's gonna win. Like, why do we, like, seriously?
It's stupidity. It's asinine. They pick long before the election. Let me tell you.
I gotta do some research on that little
all these people are in the same bloodline. So that's the way you know.
You mean they descended from Odin? He was swarthy. Yeah, Odin was swarthy.
Well, definitely Odin was swarthy, if there's an Odin. But yeah, they have
bloodlines. You were talking about shared bloodlines.
No, they have the same bloodline. They,
inbred
to a certain degree. Yeah.
There was a lot of inbreeding going on at the start of these times. You're right. Which means, yeah.
No, still to this day. I mean, these families breed into each other.
Yeah.
And some of them get severely ill and die off because of their inbreeding.
Some of them are slow and end up football coaches. And you're looking at the game like, what's wrong with this guy? And it could be that he was inbred too much, huh?
Well, some of these deficient people have issues.
Melanin deficient?
Well, genetic deficiency.
Oh.
It's They are recessive genetically.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, it means a whole lot. It means a whole lot.
Man, I was watching the video. They was talking about how the story of Yakub might be true. It was a white channel too. Yeah, man. I was like, look at this shit.
It is.
Yeah.
The DNA separation is
I might be.
serious.
I think I gotta get me a Yakub costume because they said he had a big head. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, two huge
brains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it
Yeah.
stuck out like
Yeah,
it didn't fit in this cavity. It had like extra low.
Yeah, that'd be a great. That's why he was mad too, because
Call him
all the
mad,
brothers was
saying
talking
it was
about it.
extra low. Yeah,
Can
he
you
was talking
imagine?
about. He said, "Oh man, I'm gonna fix y'all. I'm gonna make this race that hate you, motherfucker."
Can you imagine the shit he would got through, man? That dropped dead gorgeous race school.
I'm
They'd have
gonna
put him straight
mix.
in the slow classes,
I'm gonna
even though
mix
he
some.
got two brains. He'd have been straight in the slow class.
Man, he wouldn't have went to that school. They would have burned the school. He'd have burned the school down.
Yeah, he would have burned it down, man. Because let me tell you something, those pink kids, boy,
He would have
things they say to
burned
people.
that motherfucker down.
The things they say. I'm not even
fuck
talking about
you.
us because we'll go in, but I'd be looking at people like, you say that to him, and he'll whoop your ass. You know what I mean? Like he won't whoop my ass, but
He will
yeah,
beat the shit out of you.
yeah, but they don't care. That's that privilege, boy.
No, they don't know.
Yeah,
At some point, because
you're
we've
right.
all met some people that found out along the way that it was unacceptable to talk like that.
You're right. And I don't know what kind of tokens you've been around, because all of them got one or two black kids in their school. Who
They just can't fight back. They don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, exactly.
I know one very for sure. I'm not gonna say his name and don't say his name, but you know him as well.
Yeah, but my guy Ronton could, and he did. And it was
no
all
doubt.
area, damn near all state. He was whooping ass every day, boy, at TF South. That was when it's like all black now, but that was racist. He was the only blacks in there. And then they gave him TF South Man of the Year. That's how you stand up. You kick the shit out of those boys, and then they'll give you Man of the Year. That's how you get your respect. Any kids out there listening, don't listen to me right now. You know what I mean? They're raising you guys different than how we came up.
They wouldn't understand what you're saying anyhow.
Right. Exactly. All right. Let me close this out there, fella, unless you got something else.
I wish that everything happens as it's supposed to happen, but sometimes I wish that we could last long enough to fully make a change in our situation. And I really, truly believe a lot of us that leave too soon. I don't think all of them left in the time they were supposed to.
Yeah, well, it's a jubilee on the other side.
I guess. This is hard.
Blood Money's life and untimely death paint a vivid picture of the challenges and resilience faced by many Chicagoans and other artists in the drill music scene. Raised in the Inglewood neighborhood, he experienced firsthand the harsh realities, poverty, hunger pain, gang culture, and extreme violence, allegedly. Despite these formidable obstacles, he pursued his passion for music, carving out, at the urging of Sosa, carving out a place for himself in an industry that often mirrored the struggles of his upbringing. Throughout his short career, Blood Money's music served as a raw and unfiltered reflection of his life experiences, allegedly. His lyrics resonated deeply with those who had faced similar hardships, providing both a voice and a sense of solidarity. His connection to influential figures like Sosa further propelled his career, highlighting the importance of mentorship, community support, and navigating the complexities of the satanic music industry. The circumstances of his death underscore the pervasive violence that continues to affect communities like Inglewood. His passing not only marks the loss of a talented artist, but also highlights the systematic issues that contribute to such tragedy. The lack of concrete conspiracy theories surrounding his murder points to the broader, more systematic nature of the violence that claimed his life. In reflecting on his legacy, we are reminded of the power of music as a tool for expression and resilience. If you change the music, you change your reality. His story is a testament to the strength and determination required to rise above adversity. As we continue to explore these narratives, we must also advocate for systematic changes immediately to address the root causes of violence and provide support for those striving to make a positive impact through their art. Blood Money's legacy lives on through his music and the enduring influence he has on the volatile Chicago drill scene. Until next time, remember, stay curious, stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay true to you. If you've enjoyed today's discussion, please like, share, subscribe, and drop some comments. Go show some love to yourself and others around you. Remember, ask not what our culture can do for you, but what you can do for our culture. Silence, that's violence. And as always, question everything. The Self Love Show ain't Kansas. Yeah, I've been saying Dorothy, and that's not. It's Toto. The Self Love. That's a Mandela effect I had. The Self Love Show ain't Kansas, Toto. Peer down a rabbit hole and do your own research. Use caution and discernment, because sometimes when you stare into that abyss, well, the abyss, like drill music, it'll stare right back at you. Peace, self-love, honor, and respect. All right, let's get to the riddle there, fella. I rise from hardship and express my strife. My voice echoes the stories of my life. Who am I? That sounds like a hook.
Rapper. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I can tweak some of the words, but it's saying, yeah. A rapper, 100%, 100% right. A rapper, I would say a poet, but rapper is right. All right, so next week, not sure, man, but Milana, you know, she's got a movie or something coming out. Something she's doing.
No
So
doubt.
yeah. I gotta see if we can get her back on here, bro.
Yeah,
Part 2.
I was just thinking that when
Yeah.
her video was on today.
Yeah, it's crazy. Gotta get Trife Mac back too. Return
Oh
the
my
Mac. Return of the Mac. I already see the
We're on the
promo.
same page.
Yeah.
Period.
All right. So we'll let you know once we know. You'll know. And on Mouthpiece Included, that's where we discuss sports and politics, politics, if you will. And we're going to be discussing the debacle in D.C., the complete sham and debacle, how we blew a game that we had no business winning in the first place. And you know what I mean? Because we should have been bum assaulted. We gave up like over 450 yards. You know what I
Our
mean?
defense, boy. Whew.
I know. In the red zone, they're number one, bro. They're number one in the red zone. And the opposing quarterback's rating against them is the lowest.
Yes, in the league by far.
That's why, when I was arguing for Justin Fields, I'm like, listen, when I be arguing for defenses, I'm like, look, if the other team's quarterback, I don't care who he is, if his rating against our defense can't be higher than 80, then guess what? All we need is a quarterback who can have an 85 rating, which Justin could easily been, you know what I mean? And load up the defense and everything. You don't have people painting their fingernails on the sideline.
Man, we still have lost 2 games we should have won, but it's coaching.
Yeah. Or you're going to reset the deck again and move off Flus and then bring in another coach. And then this guy's got to bring in his own guys, his own offensive coordinator, and then his poor kid don't have enough time to paint his fingernails anymore because he's got to learn a new playbook.
I would suggest that we bring in a coach that is calls offense and is the offensive coach, and then we don't have to worry about him leaving if there's much success with this guy that's going to be good.
I see your point.
And so,
because they were talking Belichick, also the offensive coordinator of Detroit. They're talking to him.
Yes.
Allegedly he's asking 15 million per, allegedly. And I don't think the Hallis McCaskey family is gonna.
I'd do it. I mean,
I'm talking about the Hallis McCaskey family.
Yeah, I'm saying what I do. I know.
Yeah, well,
they've proven what they do.
Yeah.
So it's not now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have to come down off that number. All right, and he's got a good team. You know what I mean? Like, man, they got to give us not a super team friendly deal, but you're coming into a good situation.
Yeah, this is a good team, very good team, right?
Yeah, come here and prove it, and then you know what I mean. So we can pay you on that next contract. All right. Let me see here.
I don't know what it is. I'd pay it. Let's get him in here and let's.
Yeah, I agree.
Because man.
Because what we got in here.
And what he does.
But do you think that colored guy, Washington, you think he can run that defense without Flus around? You think he's got enough talent over there where, you know, that defense knows what it's doing enough where the defensive coordinator can now take over and call the game day D? Or you think that's a lot that Flus is doing? I don't want to take nothing away from him.
I think the new coach is going to bring in somebody else for the defense.
Bring in a whole 3-4 system, piss me off.
Probably not, but he's going to control the offense and try to work with I would hope that he would work with what the team is and what they have already.
Yeah.
Because this is a very good defense. Yeah. So I hope he brings somebody.
You're saying you bring him in, you tinker with the offense and get this masterful and let us keep doing what we're doing with the defense.
Yeah, but we still bring somebody in that works along that cover two, system.
Yeah, they believe that principle.
Yeah. Right. Because you got people that can do that pretty fucking well.
Yeah, they're playing the hell out of this shit.
So,
all right, well done, well said. Yeah, this brings me to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. And that's wordsmiths. Fine. Words out there.
Man. It hurt my heart. 187 bars. Too many gone. Too many scars. And it's like happening every other week. I don't know what we need to do, but I weep. And I don't even know these young bloods. And I don't understand why the cuz die. It's a big problem for me, and I wonder why. That it's always happened, always in our face and smacking. We gotta get past our emotion. And ask why. It's like something to keep our energy down. Like our soul ain't worth the price of gold a pound. I know we mold a life of how. Did we make it happen? Blood Money lived his life. They say he was a real one and was trapping. unlike most of these guys, they're straight acting. Man, life is really short, so live it. And bullshit like this gets me livid. I know we were all born to live exquisite. But that's just not real, because of so much shit happens, and we all build our life with skill before we ever came here. I don't understand why, but you the one that has to take the blame here. And decide to make a different decision. Live your life perfect with precision, or as best you can. We are the American Indian. At least I am. And you can do your genealogy and find out the truth too. Or you can believe your whole crew from some other place. Look into you. Don't let nobody tell you. Especially them people calling you Wabo. Sorry, they don't even know where they from, bro. But 187 bars. Every episode leaves a scar. There's no gain without pain, so let's all grow. Words.
Yes, sir. Let's Chicago. Words. R.I.P. B.I.G. Masterful, masterful. All right. All right, Karen, we waiting on you. All right. Let's see here. Man, hold up. DJ, you brought these kids out there, bro. 13, 14, 15 years old. Put them on the couch from Shy. One of them little blood, cute. I don't know. They idolize the dude I was just talking about. You know, the one that got killed trying to run in somebody's house. Lil Jeff. They idolize him. He sat there and told, they ditched school to be there. He sat there and talked to them about, y'all know what happened to Lil Jeff and all this and that. I think less than a week after they did that thing, two of them dead, shot. I can't understand.
It's all an indoctrination, man. It's unfortunately what happens has been written into their life path, destination. They came here to expose and experience for us all to grow. But unfortunately, there's so much that people don't know, because the media don't tell the truth. They don't spread it out worldwide. They keep it inside and make sure that all of our thoughts collide with chaos and nonsense.
Yeah.
Do you think you are the one?
Honestly, I don't know.
One of these old days, You know what that means? It's Latin. Means know thyself.
God's gonna wipe away all our tears. He gonna wipe the tears.
Bullets are boomerang.
Stand your ground.
Murder and suicide.
Exactly. An eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
If you see something, say something.
Slave theory. Slave theory. Greed plus ego over fear. That's slavery.
Charity plus humanity times love is freedom.
Don't answer questions.
Question everything.
Fear is cap. It's all in your head.
It's only love. Different forms of it.
And forgiveness is love's supreme vibration.
So, do something charitable for a so-called enemy and end the beef.
Healthy people. Heal thy people.
One thing I know for sure, hurt people gonna try to hurt people.
And they freed Big Meech. Free Larry Hoover, man. He must not be cooperating.
Free Jeff Ford.
He must not be cooperating either.
Well, they ain't been involved for a long time. They been
Yeah, but they never cooperated. They'll say be out. Not saying everybody was out cooperating, but yeah. All right, in my mind. I mean, you know, free all the guys, man.
Prison is slavery.
Hey, B, yeah. Walk on water.
Let's continue to move this mountain.
Move a mountain.
That mountain.
That's a big mountain, bro.
It's shorter every week.
How are we supposed to do that?
Say all you need is the faith of a mustard seed. And I got knowing, and it's way more than that.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through. Balls to bones.
Still got them.
I got mine.
In poverty, in hunger, in child abuse.